Well, welcome back to Spencer FYI. We're here with a few of the actors of The Much Ado About Nothing, the Shakespeare in the Park coming up here the first weekend in August. And I think we'll just start on the end here and start with what drew you to the show? What made you want to come and do some Shakespeare?
Well, Shakespeare is always a fun challenge. Getting into the text and being able to do a show that's accessible to the community at large is always fun. And being outside is a nice challenge too. So basically the challenge and getting to work with great people and be in the community.
What about you, Lauren?
After being away at college for a year, it was nice to come back and have Shakespeare again. It's been 2 summers since I've done Shakespeare, and it was nice to work with Kara again because it's been a while. So.
What about you, Jay? What brought you to Shakespeare?
Well, this one's a comedy, which is fantastic. I love comedy. And then I heard great things about Kara, so I'm like, oh, might as well try out for it.
All right, what about you, Janet?
I really like Shakespeare, mostly because it tends to have a certain drama that and flair that a lot of modern pieces don't tend to have, and especially also I love working with Kara as well.
So let's talk a little bit about your character. Who are you, and what kind of role do you play?
Oh, in the play, I'm playing Claudio, who is a soldier, a war hero, who's returning from a recent war, and we're taking some time at a vineyard to relax after the war is over. And while I'm there, I fall in love with a beautiful girl named Hero, and of course there's lots of complications that take place from there on.
What about you, Jay?
I play Baraccio. I'm also a soldier back from war. I'm more of like a jokester, like a playboy. I'm smooth with the ladies, and then I want to kind of throw a wrench in some things like maybe Claudio's relationship, maybe. Yeah.
All right. So, Lauren, apparently you're the love interest from over here, huh?
I am Claudio's love interest, and I am daughter of Leonardo, who owns the vineyard and the man in charge, I guess. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the soldiers coming back and finding a husband, hopefully.
All right. And you're playing Margaret.
I play Margaret. I'm in the house of Leonardo. I am sort of like a maid to Hero, just part of the household. We're friendly, and she just makes some interesting choices for the show that kind of further the story. So she's a good time.
So what do you guys find maybe most difficult about doing Shakespeare? Who wants to answer that?
I'll take a shot at it.
Okay.
One of the more interesting things is that the language we're using is more or less the exact language that was written by Shakespeare, hundreds of years ago. And obviously language evolves and changes, and so finding the meaning of that language is much more important in a Shakespearean play, because if you don't understand it, there's no way the audience is going to understand it. So for me personally, getting that understanding of the text is very, very important and a challenge.
Anybody else?
I'll talk. And I think going along with what Gannett said, making big choices, especially non-verbally, so that your audience knows the context without having to understand what you're saying.
The text is always a challenge. The great thing about Shakespeare is there are some universal themes that obviously have kept him popular hundreds of years later, and to be able to use our the way we say the lines and our bodies and the movement we use to convey that to the audience so they can follow the story and really enjoy it and get those themes is a fun aspect of the show. So yeah.
All right. So what's a favorite part of the show? Do you have a favorite part?
I do get to play a bad guy, and that's like another one of my goals. Like, playing a bad guy is fun. Like, yeah, evil.
Anybody else?
Oh, the fight scenes are a lot of fun. They're always a lot of fun. Getting to throw each other around on stage a little bit. I guess I don't want to spoil anything, so keep things a little bit under the covers. But yeah, those are always entertaining.
What about you, ladies? Do you have some favorite scene or something like?
I think my favorite is preparing for the wedding. Because
That's my favorite too.
Yeah, it's just an all-female scene, which is there's not many of those in this show, and it's gonna be a while before I get married. So having to experience that now and finding a way to relate to it is really fun.
I love that scene too. It kind of is a little look inside their intimate relationships with each other, rather than the way they interact with the men and in court and stuff like that. So that's nice, because it gives you that theme of the camaraderie between the women, and it's just touching and fun. So
So it sounds like you guys are having a blast in all your rehearsals. So give me your best pitch as to why folks should come out and watch the show.
Oh, there are so many good reasons to come out to see the show. If you're looking for a exciting and enjoyable romance, that's a great reason to come out here. If you're looking for, plots and secrecy, that's a great reason to come out the show. And if you're just looking to come out and enjoy a beautiful evening, that's another reason to come out and see the show.
Anything to add?
It's a rom-com, and it's live theater, and who doesn't love live theater?
And you? Anything?
Come experience theater in a different location other than in the theater, because you can learn something new about a new location.
I think just the ability to be able to be out in the community and to get this quality of theater, and just to be able to enjoy it and have it readily available is a huge jewel of our city, and you should be able to take advantage of it.
All right. So come on out to East Leach Park, the band shell, on August 3rd, 4th, and 5th for Much Ado About Nothing.